I just saw an ad for an AI setter that can book an unlimited number of calls for $97 a month. But I wasn't worried, and here are 3 reasons why you shouldn't be as well. You see, in theory, an AI setter sounds great. It's like it can work 24/7, it doesn't need off days, it doesn't, have any emotions, it can just carry on doing the same shit. But here's the main difference. If you're just an average setter, then yes, AI is going to replace you, and there really isn't anything that you can do about it. But if you have faith and you trust in your skills, then you'll be able to outlive this new AI craze that's been going on. So without further ado, here are 3 things that you need to be focusing on and actively doing if you want to outlive this whole AI thing that's currently going on. Number 1, you need to keep improving. I have many setters right now that are actively talking to me saying things like, yeah, I've been using the same sequence for the last couple of months and I'm not sure why it's not currently working. Or I have got phone setters that are complaining to me saying that, oh, show rates are really poor, etc, etc. The reality is you're not improving. And if you're not improving, then guess what's going to happen? Everything that you're currently doing is going to become obsolete. If you guys think for 1 second that the same way that I used to handle objections 3 years ago is the same way that I handle them now, I would call you crazy, because things change. You've got things like lead sophistication, and if you don't know what that is basically over the course of a certain period of time, right? Your leads will become more accustomed to the market. They will take more sales calls. They will have more interactions with appointment setters. So when you interact with them, they know exactly what you're doing and they just kind of feels too salesy, which pushes them away. However, if you're constantly improving and you're looking for ways to sound different and sound unique, this is something that AI cannot replicate, because AI can only do what it's been prompted to, or what it's been coded to, whereas you have the full freedom to become more creative and approach prospects in different ways. But enough of that, you already understand what you have to do. You must keep improving. Point number 2, here is the main thing that actually separates you from an AI bot. You have a layer of emotional intelligence that AI simply can't replicate. What an AI is good at is following a sequence, following a script. It will be able to ask the right qualification questions and all of that kind of shit, but it won't know what to kind of interpret if the prospect kind of says, I want to think about it. It would just send the same old sequence, like a friendly follow-up, or maybe an email, or maybe a text message with an old case study. It does not have what you have, which is the ability to understand context and use all of your experience from all the different leads that you've spoken to make the most out of a conversation and overcome things like, I want to think about it, I don't feel like I'm ready to book in a call. Think about it this way. What the fuck is AI going to say if the prospect says, oh yeah, but I'm currently speaking to one of your competitors and I might book in a call with them? AI would say some stupid shit like, oh wow, that sounds great. What do you feel like they have that we don't? Which is horrible. If you know anything about sales, that's a horrible way to do it. But I actually challenge you. Go give that objection to an AI and see the response that you get. It'll probably be some stupid shit like that. Whereas for you, you can use your experience and handle that in a completely different way that carries on the conversation and leads you to booking a call. And this doesn't just relate to objection handling as well. For example, you can gauge interest through things like, if your prospect is sending you longer messages, you can tell, okay, this person is a little bit more interested. If a person is sending you short messages, okay, their interest is probably dipping. What can I do to spike their interest? All of these different nuances that AI simply can't capture, at least not right now. Number 3, and maybe you saw this coming, but it's probably time for you to move up to a closer. Because here's what I can say. Yeah, I'm confident that AI won't even replace appointment setters in the near future. What I'm 100% confident in is that AI is not replacing closing anytime soon. I'll go as far as saying I don't think it will ever replace closers, just because of everything that comes with closing, the emotional connection that you have with a prospect, you really understanding their story, them actually relating to you. If a prospect feels like they were speaking to an AI, how the fuck do you think an AI discovery would go? How deep do you think an AI would go in discovery? Probably not that much. Here's my advice. If you're at a point in your setting career where you've cash collected a good amount and you're fairly experienced, and maybe you've been on a couple of different offers and you've been thinking about closing, but maybe it's something that's a little bit scary to you, because I understand, I speak to a lot of appointment setters. I know that a lot of the time it's very comfortable just booking the appointment and not worrying about the rest. But if you truly want to progress within the sales space, what's the next step after an appointment setter? You have to go into closing. And if you want to start off maybe doing SDRing, that's also an option that you can explore, where you kind of book your own appointments and then you try close them, etc. But overall, I think closing is the next best step to take, because number one, you're going to be making a lot more money. Number two, you're going to be doing something different with your career. Because yeah, I get it, like appointment setting is cool, you work on your phone, you don't work that much, etc. But it's like it does get repetitive after a while. Like you follow a similar script, similar cadence, and you know, you're booking the same type of leads. It can get a little bit boring. But with closing, it's like every sales call is going to look fucking different. If you're closing properly, that is, and if you're not just going through a pitch deck. But like, you will enjoy that more if communicating is something that you like. On the flip side, if you feel like closing isn't something that you want to progress into, then you can remain as a appointment setter. But one thing I will say for certain, for those of you that are DM setters, you have to move on to phone dialing. Like you have to be on the phones, because as much as it's going to be hard for AI to kind of do these things, you have to understand that not every business owner necessarily understands sales. And here's the biggest misconception. Like, people assume that business owners and like these offer owners really understand sales just because they closed on their offer. They have no idea 9 times out of 10. I'm an exception, reason being I was a closer before I started my company. But for most of these guys, they just look at it like this. Well, this rep, I'm paying 5 to 10% commissions for every deal. I can literally get this AI thing that does the outbound and it talks to the inbound leads for me and only pay a flat rate of $97. So if you want to stand out and become, you know, irreplaceable, then you have to move on to the phones, because that AI cannot replicate. So those were the 3 main things that you need to focus on. But I also have like a little bit of a, I guess you can call it a bonus point. Please, 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 if you're currently on an offer or if you've been on an offer previously, make a folder of all of your proof. This is so fucking important, because if you've got receipts that you can show, you can go to any offer that you want. And let's say, for example, your offer owner decides tomorrow that he's going to fire the team and he's just going to get an AI rep or whatever the case is. If you don't have your receipts, you're basically going into the marketplace with all of the new people that are currently coming into the marketplace, even if you have experience, because how many owners are you going to be able to be in front of to explain that experience if you don't have something that they can quickly look over? And look, I know how easy this is to skip over, because at the time you're just thinking about commissions and how much you're going to get paid and all of that good stuff. But please, 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 if you've got call recordings, or if you're not currently recording your dials, record it. If you're not screenshotting the payments that come from your DMs or your appointment setting, screenshot it, save it, have it in like a Google Drive that you can send alongside the Loom video. Because here's the thing, people think that it's hard to get hired in the sales space right now. It's really not, because the competition that you're dealing with are so fucking shit. This is coming from someone who's looked over probably 1,000 Looms by this point. Your competition is so trash, and I truly mean that. Like, if you can put together this thing, show a little bit of evidence, present yourself well on your Loom, match it with this Google Drive folder where they can see the shit that you've done, even if one company lets you go or one company replaces you with an AI setter, you'll have a new role within a fucking week. But yeah, that's basically everything. Moral of the story is, don't worry, AI isn't coming to do shit if you're willing to, I guess, work with it and level up as the times progress, which you should be anyway. And if you're not, then I'm sorry, then it is what it is. But yeah, that being said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe if you want to see more sales content. And if you want access to extra free sales information, then just click the link below. I do have a free Skool community where you can join, talk to me, talk to other people in there. But yeah, that's been it from me for today, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.